This is a video on how to process a private label job through Switch. Starts out like any other job. You'll grab your job number. I'm going to use this as a test. We've already processed this job, but it's good for testing. Go to email, paste that number in, find the email from Brooke, and download the PO Excel file to the desktop. Then I'm going to take the Excel file and drop that onto Switch Client. I'm going to give it a fake job number just for testing, but you would put in the correct job number from the job jacket. And I'm going to call this PrivateLabel Training. And click OK. And I'm done with this file. Now I want to go to the server, Digital Press Indigo, and there's my folder that Switch created. And I'm going to make a reference to that under my favorites so I can get back to it really easy. And in that folder is the originals folder with the PO that we just uploaded. Now what I do is I make a copy of the stock codes and put them in a separate file, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I'm going to take these stock codes, copy them, create a new Excel file, and paste. I'm simply going to do a save as, or rather a save, and I'm going to put it in the originals folder, and I'm going to name it the same thing as the original with a dash BG at the end. Save. Now I use this so that it's a good quick reference to know which label is in the exact order. So I know that label 1 is this one and label 22 is this one. This comes in handy later. So I'm going to take this code, copy it. I'm going to make sure that my original folder is available. And then I'm simply going to go to Dropbox, Dan, iMac. I'm going to open the Dropbox Private Label Archive. And I'm going to do a search or a find, name, matches. I'm going to paste in that first code. And I'm going to grab only the PDF. Not the report, not the XML, just a PDF. And that would be number 1. So I can take that one, label it number 1, go to the second one, copy, paste, number 2. Go to the third one, copy, paste, PDF, number 3, so forth and so on till you get them all up to the server in the originals folder. I'm going to close this, save it, close that, and now we're pretending as though we have all 22 in there. I'm going to take these 3 PDFs and I'm going to drop them on the Switch client. Switch remembers the last job number I gave it plus the last customer name, and I'm going to make sure I select submit as separate jobs right here. I'm going to click OK. Switch will load those for us and send them to the first checkpoint where we will evaluate them to make sure they have bleed and make sure nothing's seriously wrong with the file. Refresh. Here are our 3 files, and the job number. A couple of things to point out. If you notice at the end of the file name, there's white, white, white. That's going to tell us which base it's printing on, whether it's white, clear, or foil. If you go back to the original PO, the customer, private label, is also supposed to indicate that as well. And in this case, they don't have anything indicated. It would be under size and material, so they're all white. If we look at a past PO, you will notice that in this case, if I enlarge it, you'll see where they have indicated a foil and a matte finish. These with no indication will be white. You have a foil, regular finish, white, and white. So the matte is very important. This is the only part or only place in the job where the matte will be indicated. So this needs to make it to the back of the jacket. So we'll take the back of the jacket, we'll indicate highlight foil, we'll also indicate matte. This one would be a foil, but it would not have a matte, obviously. So just something to mention. Then we're going to go back to Switch Client. We're going to click, highlight these, right click, and say View Job. It's going to open those PDFs from Switch into my Acrobat locally on my machine. And I'm checking to make sure that the red line, which is the art box, is the only line showing. If there is a green and red outline, then the green would be the trim and the red would be the art box. In this case, the green and the red are sitting on top of each other. So this looks good. We have plenty of bleed. This one looks good. It has plenty of bleed. This one looks good as well. So now we can go back to Switch Client, select those 3, and say Process Job. I'm going to take a quick glance and make sure these are all white. I'm going to select the base as white. And really, you don't really need to change anything else. This is set on copy direction 4. And then we're going to process this job. Switch is now going to go out and search our database to see if there's a match with the die. It's going to return the die number, and then we can go through the labels and record the die to the back of the jacket. Refresh. Get 1, 2, 3. Switch has added the size to it to make it easy for Adrian to see the size, and he's also able to see which base it goes on. We're going to hit Process Job. At this point, they're in order of 1, 2, and 3. So as you see, I got 1, I'm going to go 2, and 3. I'm just going to record the die number on the back of the jacket, making sure that it matches the width and height on the PO. So those are all good. We're going to hit Finish, Process All. Close Switch Client. We're going to go back to the server, refresh. Switch has now added the die. These just happen to be all die number 33. Then I take them and I look at them once again to make sure that the die made it and everything is correct. Those look good. I'm now going to take these and drop them on Hot Folder. Hot Folder. I prefer to search the hot folders just to make sure that I don't accidentally put it in the wrong hot folder. And I'm going to search number 33. It's going to come up. These are not going to be OB, they're just going to be CMYK white. I would open that folder and drag all of the number 33s to the 33 hot folder, and you are finished. When you're done, just take the jacket, take it to Brooke, and you're finished.